Alright, hey, it is Ming here. I'm just shooting a vlog about me and my Honda Super Cub here. So I wanted to go over like where I had first heard about a Super Cub. Okay, so Hayes Mega knows about the Super Cub. Okay, and when I know it's like a very popular bike in Asia, and obviously it's one of the most popular bikes around the world. Okay. I've actually seen a couple in the United States. I think they call them like a passport or something. They don't really call them Cubs here. But anyway, I used to be like in a manga translation group. Okay, if you guys don't know what manga is, it's like a Japanese comics is what they are. All right, and I was like big into like Initial D and stuff like that. Well, there was a manga that came out from the author from Katsumi Yamaguchi called Overrev. Okay, it was kind of like Initial D. It was about like street racing, but with like girls and stuff. Okay, instead of dudes, it was like girls. So, and the art was great, and the main character drove a Toyota MR2. Okay, AW11 basically. Okay, and till this date, nobody has published that title in the United States, unfortunately. But I'm pretty much the one that brought over to the United States as a fan translation is what it is. Okay, kind of like fan subs, but you're doing it for manga. Okay, it's actually easier too. So I was the editor and I was the scanner for that. I think it was Manga City was the group that I was in that first started it, and then after that I think I did it by myself. I made a website and I found somebody to translate it for me, and then I did the editing and scanning and all that stuff. And then after that, I just kind of just said, hey, I just said, I'm done. I can't find a translator anymore. And then a couple other groups picked up where I left off, basically. Okay, and so that. So yeah, check out that title. It's called Overrev if you're kind of interested in like Japanese sports car stuff and like pretty girls and stuff. it's a good one, all right. I actually kind of like it better than Initial D. It's a more slice of life type of anime or manga. I think they were gonna make an anime about it, but they didn't. Okay, I think there is like a drama CD, and there was a what was it? There was a live action movie. I actually have it too. Okay, but anyway, Katsumi Yamaguchi is a big fan about like motorsports and stuff, and apparently he's a big fan of motorcycles too. So he made this manga. Okay, he authored this manga called My Favorite Bike 1. I don't know if they have any more volumes, but I think when I was translating Overrev, I saw this at the bookstore. And I said, "Hey, Katsumi Yamaguchi, he also did this one too." So this is this manga called My Favorite Bike. Okay, it's in English. The title's in English. Okay, as far as I know, this has not been published in the United States too. So unfortunately, it's kind of sad that Yamaguchi Sensei, never got any of his works published in the United States. But anyway, how does this tie in with the Super Cub? Well, the Super Cub is the first story in this book. Okay, so My Favorite Bike is basically a manga about it's like stories about certain bikes. Okay, and like the riders and their bikes and stuff. And the very first story in My Favorite Bike is about the Super Cub. Okay, so that's how I knew about it. That's how it kind of like that's how I had that memory about the Super Cub, and how like interesting a bike it is. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. And fast forward like a decade later, Hades Mega is a big motorcycle rider, more so than with the cars and stuff. So yeah, and then and now I own a Super Cub. Okay, it's not the same one that's in the book. Okay, this one is like I think the Super Cub disappeared from the United States for a while, like a couple decades. And then they reintroduced it in 2019 as the blue model. Okay, and if you look in the back here, all right, look in the back at the book. There's a blue Super Cub. There you go, Honda Super Cub. There you go. I got this book for $7 from Kinokuniya Books, by the way. If you're wondering why the book looks all kind of messed up and stuff. This book was in the fire, okay? It survived the fire, and this house was actually rebuilt after a house fire. So I actually was able to save this. It's probably got asbestos poisoning and stuff on it too. But yeah, there it is. So that's the Manga, my favorite bike. All right. There's no picture of the Super Cub on it, but it says the first story is the Honda Super Cub, okay? And then it's my favorite bike, volume 1. I don't know if they have any other volumes out, okay? And then there's the bikes that are featured in it, and the first one is the Honda Super Cub. Looks familiar, yeah? Right there. Looks very similar, except this one's the blue one. And honestly, I like the blue one better, but I can only find the red one, okay? And then they got one about the RZ50, a Kawasaki KR250, and the Yamaha Jog, okay? And we can take a quick look at it, all right? But, you know, I think you can probably still get these. You can probably get them on eBay and stuff, but we can take a quick look at the Super Cub part, okay? So here it is. So the first story is about the Super Cub here, and we got various versions of the Cub, all right? Let's kind of go over. This is a C50 Super Custom, another C50. So if you guys don't know, when the Super Cub first came out, it was a 50cc, and it's grown to 125 now. So like literally, it's almost tripled in size, in engine size. Here's the C100. They got this little bicycle dealie. Oh, this is the MD90. I think this is I'm not sure. I think this is a delivery bike, MD90P. That's some kind of delivery bike. I think that might be the Postal Cub. I'm not sure. And then there's some other Cubs, okay? And this one looks like the Trail right here. All right. That's the rider. Actually, Hayes Omega can't read Japanese, so I actually don't know anything about the story. I just gotta look at the pictures and stuff. But yeah, there's the first page. It looks like he's looking to buy a bike or something, and he doesn't have money, so he buys the Super Cub because it's affordable. There it is, Super Cub. Okay, I like the character designs. I don't know if it ties in at all with Overrev. I'm not sure. That's him he's putting gas in the bike right there. They have full service gas stations in Japan also, by the way. I'm just gonna go over through the Super Cub chapter real quick, okay? Okay, it's a few pages long. It goes quite a while. Okay, yeah, so it's 38 pages, the first chapter, okay? The next one is about the Yamaha Jog. Okay. He's wearing like racing leathers on a scooter. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to check it out, the manga is called My Favorite Bike, okay? So that is how that is the first time I'd ever heard of a Super Cub is on this manga. So that's how I knew about this bike, okay? And then so when they reintroduced it in like 2019, I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool, you know, kind of like that. And then I never thought I would have one until now, okay? And to tell you the truth, that it definitely makes a great delivery bike. That's definitely what, you know, it was engineered to do, you know, deliver stuff. People and stuff, food, and apparently like letters and stuff, okay? So yeah, check that out. My Favorite Bike, Volume 1 has this, the first chapter is about the Super Cub, and the author is Katsumi Yamaguchi, okay? Pretty cool. Okay, so that's my little story about how I learned about the first Super Cub first. Man, I don't know, I remember I seen a Super Cub when I was delivering packages. I used to deliver packages in Almaden Valley, and I saw like a Cub parked at somebody's house, okay? It must have been like I think we call them a passport here or something. They had one of those, hey, that looks just like a Cub, a Super Cub. And then I think another time that I'd seen the Super Cub was in Japan. Okay, yeah, when I went to Japan, I saw a couple Super Cubs. I saw a Postal Cub. They were delivering stuff like mail. I think they're red or something. They're all red, and then they have like a big box, big trunk on the box, on the back for the letters and stuff. And I seen a postal cub, and I seen like a white Super Cub in Tokyo one time when I was going to one of the gardens or something. There was one parked there. Oh no, it was in it was in the fish, the seafood market. Okay, yeah, I was at the seafood market, like oogling all the street food, and then I saw Super Cub parked there, and I took a picture of it. So you take a look at that picture. Yeah, so that is kind of like how I had learned about the Super Cub and stuff. Okay, and I knew it was a cool bike, and yeah, it's got a lot of history behind it and everything, and it is the most popular vehicle in human history. Okay, so, and they made a manga about it. So there you go, check it out. All right, here's what we got.